Vibrant Media. Be heavenly minded and earthly conscious.
I feel my baby. I feel I'm honorable. Okay. So we communication director. The Weija Gbawe NDC. No. Okay. Mean to be bow and chain with this out. Young progressive take an aminko. Okay. Then party no one some so I said to me this out. Okay. So I'm coming to the of party no more. Meaning so now be the director. Yeah. And now so now be the media relation. And to say same be a bekoso and I am koso no. You produce information feeling chain and your your platform or honomoa, a honomon a cool penny na eguso. Yeah. But in some be a coso or honomono, sometimes a young. Yeah. As a communication director, I don't know maybe one of my to stop it. And now say a pepperoni one so bit my young Wojumana. Okay. Position a director, a officer. Okay. It is also a constitution more. A officer, your communication director at the top level. Okay. At the constituency level, no, your officers. Okay. Into me, I'm a communication officer at the Weija Gbawe constituency. Now, because of your party as a no, I may use this opportunity. Now, me founder His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, and our friends, Excellency Professor J. Nana Opoku Ajimai, and our friends, NDC ministers, Nina. Now, Oba Weija Gbawe constituency, your chairman, Chairman Mohammed Isaka, who do now friend of Chabamaha, the Manafishapa, the Sanso Emma, Municipal Chief Executive Officer, Fellow Sodati Lamti, or also be Chiano, Esa Manafishapa, and our friends, so constituency executives, Nina, so the Momo Afishapa, and our friends, so board coordinators, branch executives, it will be Bia or key. And as a stakeholder, Weija Gbawe NDC, Mamunia Afishapa. Now, I call us no. Sa platform no. Me and me create here. As a communication officer, we create 2 platforms, and as a 3 platforms. One, the chamber. The chamber no say we executive member, and we join it. And as a past executive member, you call the last election 2020 no. Constituency election, ABA who resigned as branch executive and contest here, but contest and went to me winning. You know, did to me says a banner, who bet me about back now or fail, and also bet me about share some particular position. And it's all better. You were a crophobia or contest here, or more winning or more platform also. Now, and there's another one, the constituency executive platform, and the CEC platform, and that is the constituency executive platform. And then there's one CEC member on county. I don't say your PC. You know, your PC as your municipal chief executive was a particular platform. So you were all our executives. You were our election director and the IT. Also, into a honso. And I platform is only for chairman. A honso when your chairman. Was a particular platform. So all the constituency executives, so they are on it. Me administrator and as a admin also. Moving forward no suggestion by say secretary the administrator for the constituency. So if anything no and also I was say when in the and also when opportunity now and also into the information and I say we decided say it was also on your admin. So what you say and after on that same platform the chamber platform American and your treasurer and also admin. So what you say? Okay, into any part 3 and admin that particular platform. So we can't we ever go see because of issues now because need to me MFA. Okay. So what I say? It is very difficult. So if you want to do that one and go according to the details and also foundation by which that particular platform was established now, then you have to be there like this. Be monitoring 24/7. You understand? So that anybody who go against whatever you have, the policy on the platform, so because that was part of the reasons why a particular platform say so what I say. So if you have any issue, you have to put it in such a way, say it won't inflict pains and I say injure anybody on the platform. So what I say, but you see, you are working with a human institution, you are working with people, and so you by all means find one in the family. You say if you be a mensa, so So what I say, you know, what to make us be 100% into your boy your home model, but the challenges are a woman say, boss, see, let's call a spade and not a big spoon. If you will be no more, or more time and perform. So your politics platform, your political platform. You will crowdfund be here or more time crowdfund. So, and so because we may not start experience me be just say, me I don't put those issues so that it will not escalate. So what else? Into obi a platform so not so to me in free platform so it is either say obi be fair or say you don't have me obi afraid me I don't want to mention them say na be ya because me I always stand for peace and unity. I always say me want you too much. Boss what you say? I don't want to mention name I be could bring other matters and I say be expand the discussion. What I say? But if those who are behind and call every now and then they want to flame and I say passion. So what I say? Say na there issues be na na Paul Mochel say NDC they be able to tree. The most important thing again here say sia unity. Unity and you hear say sia in kabom anywhere. Boss, obi bia ere no be bia no obeje obetumi aye ni ntwawa no I think the first statement ni you say as a platform no you be establish no there were rules be govern the platform so say obi ya de e sa kwala bu pani o say pani bu akwala na bibi free bi akwala ho eba enso ni na free pani ho eba enso ni na se ko ba ni say you free platform no so na obi be free bi say you need the right to say when you need panel free. So meanwhile, there are regulations that govern the platform now. So the person also doesn't have the right to come and ask you that question. But the person will tell you that he is more superior than you. For us, for the superior, I'm at that level. Yeah. But and so now also put a certain position. Yes. So you're superior, no? I don't know the best and answer the highest. Let me tell you something. In politics, no way home. Your office. My office, for example, I report to my chairman in the constituency. If there's anything, and the chairman is supposed to tell you to do something before you can do it. Okay. Sometimes, if you have an initiative to do something, you discuss it with your chairman. Okay. Your chairman can tell you not to do it. Okay. But you can decide to do it. But whatever happens, especially if it happens to be in a negative direction, you will bear the brunt. I feel no matter what here. Because when you make a beside that question, so then platform now creating equity rules and regulations there, and it because there was a movement number of but there was a would some opinion be and answer some direct to be free chairman Honolulu dia. And what me at say be a one more thing for Sanka, we be for Sanka. Okay, so me board say chairman, but me can say you know, you have to understand this very well. Therefore, say many obi to say Maswell, you're very close. And Obia and I say many Patrick, you're very close. It is Maswell, and the baby Toswa. That's a beer or can't be a crabia mamma. Now, I would see a chain now only say Patrick and Maswell, you're very close, you know. The impression and say Patrick and they pushy Maswell agenda. Then the flag will be on you. Say Patrick is pushing an agenda because it is Maswell, but Maswell has his own independent mind. Which may be there. And see, specifically, no, I'm not pointing figures at one particular person, but the main chair when say is a scenario, is an example. Na memo. They say, many Maswell you're fine, many Patrick you're fine, and I say many Obibia are going you know, you're fine. Our platform also. That's all about true Bibia. The impression and they say, Patrick and I son so because as internal forces, no, and I say internal politics, you know, and you say anti-Ebanesa, but sometimes, no, you might have selfish interest, no, and overweigh that of the party interest, and I say, and Benjamin can say, at least, admin and our communication, initially, no, so maybe somewhere, now say you want to put the blame right in front of my doorstep now. But I said, then why not decide, say, Patrick should be, or the communication department should be the sole administrators of the platform, so that when there is any problem, they will attack them squarely. So what I say, but this is the situation. For example, Honorable Fati, admin. So what I say, Honorable Kudus, and so admin. But if anything wrong goes on the platform, the very first person they will call is Patrick. Yes, I understand. I'm the communication officer, but I'm not the only admin. They can also add people and they can also remove people from the platform. You understand? You will list. Into the better platform, you have to go through the list and verify. Sometimes, you know what they are acting, but we don't have anything like acting. So what I say, it is a realize anyone any list now one. No one check it. If the list now one your old one. So what before you call PC, you know, into so use that particular one. Also, depending active by the department for action, will consider the person to be an executive member. But if there was a document now, so what I do, and I say I verify from the constituency administrator, that is Honorable Fati, the secretary. Now I can say, okay, Nipano, number Unipano, if you say, and I say, Nipano enter so. But the can say challenges now, Bano, if you will be able. So what I say to surmount those challenges now. One of the things I have to say again because seven administrator or some administrator said problem then you hold me responsible. But we can't be 3 or 4 administrators. Now say you hold only one person because all of us can also administer. We can also monitor and help bring sanity on the platform. But you see, the main problem is encophobia or because I've faced a lot, even sometimes and I say be more often so like you are free with them. So obi ko ka obi asem na say obi a oye adwuma o. Also you know ka say me a journalist and say we win. So we the president the cover. If there are critical situation, you are not around, your mind is not even there. Sometimes your data is even off. By the time you on your data, you have 999 messages. How do you read all? So what I say, I understand the challenge is there, but I'm not saying we cannot do anything about the challenge. We can do something about the challenge, but I want to appeal to our members. Say we are doing party, we are not into individual politics.
Okay. Mesro, I can say the next ABA platform be able to create BM. Nipa Musu say what are more involved like hierarchy now, more modern movement. Now rules and regulation that govern platform no more masonte so that the beginning na mu yi obi free platform no so ankoye say obi be free chiri and our can we are sure say we don't have much time to talk about the genesis of our platform social media. Like I'll be able to tell you the genesis of the chamber. You understand why we created the chamber platform. So what I say then why we have these administrators. You understand the policies and the do's and don'ts that the regulations are. It was so. So what I say, the reason why Abani say, so what I say, so that you will understand, say, and yes, ABA Patrick, our creative platform, no, I have that autonomy.
Not autonomy. So we have that autocratic powers to do certain things. You understand?
Okay.
But if you look way back before social media, so what I say NDC for a committee now, you found to social media. So NDC for more information be about distribution of something now. I'm found to social media. So what I say, what the two social media says here, then you are exposing yourself in a way. So what I say, because and you understand the reason why we have to be on that particular platform. And you understand it. They come there to make friends. They come there to get information. They come there to find out what is going on the platform. They come there to make friends. But the most important thing to be on the platform is to educate the people with information about the party policies and ideals and the principles of the party. So what else? And our friends will near but says here now how you say so when you come say all the words of motivation and the also let's say be reading meaning into your words of motivation now it be create another problem at the amount.
still, I want to appeal to the people, to our people. The NDC is a very strong party, and when it comes to unity, you know our slogan, our motto is unity, development, and stability, or stability, unity, and development. So what I say, it's, you know, by sense we are deviating from we just unity, you know, but stability in the access the economy is stable, and our friends we are developing. John Tamani Mahama, born home all the district assembly members, but Charlie, unity.
So you say na obu so ka unity ma me make it ho no
okay
e dey be empa na osusu say betimi aya ya di unity be ba Weija Gbawe constituency NDC.
Okay, we have something we call reforms. So what I say, reforms, you know, it has to start from the foundation, the base, that is the branches. So it's rather unfortunate going into after we won the election, you know, our election as executive members, you know, majority of us called for orientation, but a minimum I can say orientation, you know, is not necessary. In the sense, so may call as the constituency communication officer, I know the pros and cons, the merits and demerits, and I say I know the principles, and I say my responsibility. And you know, there's no need. Say also you have to come and orient you again. But don't forget, say even parliamentarians, every 4 years they go for orientation, both old and the new. So orientation is very, very important. So what I say, we have to orient, we have to cite the people, we have to change. You understand? We have to change the way we think at the base, at the basic level. You understand? Into branches, no one say, Charlie, you fire your home contour. You see, our political enemy is the opposition. So what I say, and we have to use dialogue, and we have to use your friend is saying issues based. Then I also do discussion. So what I say, now we cemented that at the grass level. Then we climb to the coordinators. Let the coordinators also understand. Say without unity, it is only unity. Okay. But because see, there are elections, our constituency, and I say Weija Gbawe for a very long time. Division. So what I say, it is a division bar. What do you call for? You call for unity. Division within this constituency and also division from the branch level. It affects me from branch level. The election, you call coordinators election, you call assembly election, you call PC election. Sometimes you will be the election of director and I say research IT, you call issues. But you know you say you know NDC for. Fellas, when you say we NDC, that's how you be in the name of NDC. Means because we Judy. Now so you lead down so now say unji be there. The best thing you do is to monitor the person closely. You understand? Don't come out physically and let the person know. Say, not only be attack and let the person know. Say you mean him say, "Wo, oh yeah, they be bonny and they see." No, you have to do your forensic research and answer investigation and confirm with Ben fellas minimum for some time now. Minimum be very close to you as I mean here will not say me friendly panel. It is any information about you now. I'll call that particular person. So what I say, new Weija West election. Minimum say confirm be now only only what say a year research one year no. It is a be I many person who be about what. It has me friend in Jan. And now me friend Maso and I say me friend Nana Kwame. So what I say, and I say first last year and I say my autonomo. So what I say, it is an America say, my man at the end and yes too personal. So be too personal, yes, I know. It is for us to unite, let us start from the base. You understand? But the most important thing is the one who is leading the agenda. So we say fast service for some could do jar. So when you have to be swift, you have to be fast to reach them. But so you have to study the terrain. You have to take investigation before you fight the fire. But so that's what do that's what you see. That's what you and that's what you fire no at the right time. So you have to find out. You understand? You have to study the terrain. when America say idea and I say aggressive nature of a thing problem. That's what I call resolve one. That's what I call address here. It means all this aggressive nature no echo. So be way full. That's what I call pattern. But I never know by here. Obe kono. I friends say abrel. No only panakasa, but also call. That's all this ebufushio no echo. Can't change say a bear exploded. It's you to me, Yasa. It's a make catcher say. For us also, aside from the foundation of on the basis and orientation, those kind of things, another one is the one who is leading the agenda for the unity exercise.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's subscribe it. Now I share so. The best video we encourage pa. A video meet me council you say. NCBA na leadership NDC. Weija constituency. They be call election akoyi empanifo. Say assembly na wo catch the members and I say more power to vote. Assembly na wo so catch them from branch coordinators BC constituency no. Assembly na wo catch them. Thank you very much. I believe sir from March they're going on a reorganization ever started. Now reorganization they are started from the branch level. One of the challenges are sometimes called election because we see a branch now with the intention so they will need power. So what I say, if the branch is solid, automatically you know say 95% or 96% say we need power. But branch is no egua. We young be not just a dakoda. So what I say, now person make catch branches, especially branch chairman. Or some person who contested the woman and say, penny ever na say ever be induce you with money sika. Now the encrophobia said to about that word and I say electoral area no more penny. When the main time make us you can say branch executives majority na and assign agents. Until you be agents, you can say market square or Weija. And I say you can talk about Gbawe East and I say West. What do you find your agents no? Our experience into a one shot in power one. Okay.
So what I say now all the agents will want to auto ya no jina. But all the people offer different branch and I say different electoral area and I say ward. Every year executive member different electoral area. Election is one. You will be short of one person. I say two person. And I say the people are which now register no. Intimate person may catch the executives on one branches no. One person on could be especially. They should be very vigilant. All of us for more than 28 and I say 24 years. NBC, we have been in the position in this particular constituency. It is not like we can't win the election, but some of the things are here from the very beginning, and the boy form. It is now will be sincere to ourselves. You be BBR, and I say conform your person you winning party now. Then we have to be very critical at the branch level. Now you say, many bank quarters B. So okay. Now you get 9 our banqueters beer. You now want to about our banqueters. So and we say big crumple a free banqueters when not go to about a different branch. And we say a crumple even though you were the same ward. But you know make an note here. So if I say me what this particular branch, now you have 9 executives, we have branch executives, we have 9. No, and we say big crumple a call banqueters A. If I say me what beer. It means to be crumpled influence or to about banqueters A. No. So what I say, but situations do or because say, oh, maybe executive or banqueters A, but me to about or banqueters B. It means because at the end of the day, no, in a way, you form another part of like observers for the election.
Okay.
You understand? It's me catch here, I'm gonna say, let us be vigilant. You understand? Because the branch election, and it will make or make us in the 2028 election. You have incorporated the Sikaveba. So what I say branches, Monjiska, Namuntuma, and I say, more elected a crop of people are perhaps they are not in that jurisdiction. They should be not in this case. This time, the late president, Flight Lieutenant General Lawrence Ekaya, NDC, those days, not in this case, we follow the party with passion. But yes, I understand. If you want your party, is umunya be free. But I think it can be this. And as a John Kufuor, and I can former President John Kufuor say, it is better to be a servant in government than a master in the opposition. So what I say, everything has to do with leadership. So what I say, it's going into the reorganization of all branch executives. Let's be vigilant. Let's ensure, say, for the branch executives, they have the quality, they are competent, they have the leadership skills, and there are some people who can articulate their views and also bring something, go and lobby in a way and bring something. Somebody who can stand in front of you to project the challenges and the needs of your branch, and I say your ward, by extension to the coordinators. Coordinators also play a key role and also but I don't doubt say money can also play because it is election. But so for this here, constituency we need that.
Okay. If you be more waka afa unity and I want me who is competent people no mundi and yes you won't bet me ama yisika. You share 2024 election etwamu ya. We share all grounds everything shows about PCR and I say parliamentary candidate and can be say also win.
Yeah.
John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, enya 35,000. Enti say na tie bia na was say you to win. And Kobanisa. Then a course so and as also say a unity na any honomo and our competent leaders na any and I be a course so enti na yenti win election.
This question is a very, very delicate question, and it will take a smart person to answer. And I'm going to answer the question. Nice one. Going into the election, election, every and I say select a parliamentary candidate before the opponent. So what I say.
Okay.
But again, because of the executives, they were not together.
Okay.
Because say I elected as executive for the constituency, I was saying and I get constituency no.
Okay.
Fast forward, you're not parliamentary candidates. What do we have to do? We're supposed to sit with the parliamentary candidates. But so many things happened prior to the election of the parliamentary candidates. And also so long at the division, every election in this constituency concerning the National Democratic Congress NDC, at the division, but why? Obi contesting the coordinatorship. Now, Obi winning yana mesre. Obi attacking me because of mesrenity. The partner we winning no. Now I was supporting the person. And so now any musa. So what I say? Into no, the American say yeah PC election no. Now I was say CEC, a constituency executive committee, the best thing I was supposed to do is we have to show leadership by example. Now I'm fair or more elusu, Obi to say Honorable Nerissa, Obi to say Honorable Kelani Aya Ayesen, Obi to say Honorable Michael Ni Aite Ayi, Obi to say Honorable Ni Saka Alote, and why you. So that there were 5, right? There were 6. Pfizer, yes, honorable Pfizer Seidu. I was a constituency. A threat. There is a way we can do it. Call them. Leadership should call them one after the other. When we finish, then we'll call all of them again. Then we'll tell them the reason why they have to support the elected PC. So what I say, Momunjin 2 first. They will move to the PC. So what I say, But boss, you see, perception, you have perception here, Juma. What I say, there's a way you use perception to do your investigation and also your research. But so could be perception. You say a way to say, you see way to say, you see way to say. I best say, Juma. So move to the person. Sit down with the person, because around that time, no, and as I say, oh yeah, CEC, you are carrying or you are marketing the PC. So this will say what was the relationship between the CEC and the parliamentary candidates. So at the end of the day, then we started moving into some people say CEC as a whole into me and fair meeting with the parliamentary candidate. I want to do something for the party. If I discuss it with CEC or we have a meeting and we discuss it at the CEC level, and when I say we are not implementing it, what do? I don't want to sit there idle. I have to go to the PC, because at the end of the day, they need another ballot paper and also. So I can say, boss, how are we doing this one? Not so okay, and also onima, and I said, I feel say, that is where we go.
Okay,
boss, I can tell you on authority. Say CEC. It took us how many months? And I said, I don't even know. Programs and our message to the election. And I make a say, if we have leadership, I'm part of that leadership, so I'll blame myself as well. But you see, you blame yourself to some extent. Say your committee now. Whatever we implement, and I say we may discuss, how do we implement it?
Questions in your the way you're about to more, my video, the major breeding, but major be at what I hope for a message and I think so. I think so. I was a bomb. A dear so, and doesn't mean Missa, about say, send your kind young progressively. And your Juma, you to need support it, and when first came you bottom. Yeah. About consistency, so you to be brave. Again, I want the my you to know. Plus, be a be I bet me more money do maybe on side and so at the end of the month, no money did to Butumana. Yes, with the kind I can say, we are supporting that is Young Progressive Network, the leadership, lawyer Samuel Bakate, any lawyer Edward Yawuju. Any the executives, you know, you see AGP, say a person support to a municipal chief executive, no achieve BB, especially in the area of sanitation. In Semenuka say, there were a group of 50 members. They are part of the sanitation brigade for development. And I say soldiers, and I say, boy with sanitation issues. Say, Bana Aprapra got to me in Yamanyama. So anytime you call that particular field and I say yes that particular program we get support from the assembly, that's the municipal chief executive. If we are convening all these people, they will come, they are breakfast and everything. But in terms of job creation, they are quite too many. So what I say, they are quite too municipal chief executive in him. Okay. And I want to honorable fellows that lamp in him. Okay. So Young Progressive Network, here war brigade, sanitation brigade for development. Membership is 50. So what I say, you assign actual at the Hakuma local government. So this is what we want to do. If there's any partnership, and I say if there's any small contract, but at the end of the day, it's not about word of mouth. I will say we sign actual documents. I will to me actually say you are capable and competent to handle a particular sector of the sanitation area. So what I say, into a process. So what I say, but in any case, any time, I been say Young Progressive Network, because it's non-governmental organization, it's a non-profit making organization. Yes, also your lobby and changing. So what I say, I say this year, say I buy a crumple into our besoya saying. I say every month they bet me each year or more you could decide man. So what I say every month it me I buy into me my say Sikano and I say into me be in 3 municipal executive and I say local government you bet me actually corporate world so they bet me na support or when I say say the
50 na say be your core programs na say be an for 10 and na say 20 and na say for say nyina ye ba na at the end of the month no at least o mo be 500 crap na obetumi even though but obetumi dey aye bibi kaka because say your core sanitation programs say every day sometimes say your weekends and na say your holidays it the procedure and as a process I take with the approach with the municipal chief executive Felix Odatilamte is very supportive. So and now after local governments you follow up your show letter and now Obama reply say you share other alternative but then this year they want to sit down with us to dialogue and to deliberate more on this particular issue. So at least in a way it will also create a job employment for us. So what share ya kwan one so and here good side and side so what share even Kaswa Road now from Malam Junction so what I say all the way to Weija Junction so when anya any area 53 kwan one there was some crowd in edi say adwuma no na you say cleanliness is next to godliness so what I say nti say yetumi yasa na edi ebebre your municipal chief executive and say assembly no na award bia is excellency John Dramani Mahama ahihye say uma umpate mutia sa prize no ebe call ho no ebetumi aba ye ho the progressive network na ye no it is very simple but then sometimes we need support so what I say and I say no say anya na America no utumi enye we do because of traffic during the day nti sometimes anopa anase enyime if I say from 10 ego traffic ever down but you say you to here lights street lights unfortunately majority of the street lights within this area and also engagement so it's what I say nti you need enkrofo kasa so betumi ama yesa solar lights maybe now you see one betumi aye ejuma so what I say nti we want to use every ways and means to generate some kind of employment for our followers. You decide in so you tell na meka no you municipal chief executive for Weija Gbawe constituency or for Weija Gbawe municipal assembly honorable Felix Odatilamte kasa you will arrange say be papa be free my basa so na local government so they were sure you arrange say be and after so corporate organization so you hwe nim say obetumi aboy aje broni nyina last word our the mark constituency constituency mo nyina appreciate pa ya started after afibia no ewo emunsem but this time around the most important thing America say you about to call election election is sharing of ideas and your principles. It is about intellectual discourse. It's more obia and attack way call position our person will call I don't know interest also attacking we a position and yes man ko be a form group no more attacking it's in your person the country o my endoy ho o my ma e kabum emba yimu na ebia wo obi krampo wa se na so obi krampo e kan bi fa ho a ebia ne all kan our platform no so na yes sa is the meaning and I say understanding in so one chance ya no reply no our platform no but which na friend no which na ma achichim and also which na achichiru na chase ba na you move but attacks no e be yes too personal e affect them. It has really affected us in our past elections, especially the 2024 election. 2028, we have to win this election by hook or crook. And I want to employ every one of the executives, the branch executives, the main nine back home, young sure or dog, then if in this side, it may be no big bia of the banner, the panel is winning as the member of parliament for the National Democratic Congress NDC in the Weija Gbawe constituency. That's it. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yo, yeah, that's the when your brain now share. Let's now subscribe. You know what share my phone so second. Weija Gbawe communication officer, Mr. Patrick, you need a bon common. You sure saying someone watch it, watch on won't be a party, no. Agency here. When your brain are here, Yami Shrow. Not that's an year, somebody be more what's in your brain, and what's now. Yes, sir, will be a
Vibrance Media. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates.